Hello friends, and welcome yet again to Floor Troll time, where I am going to go through a box of inventory and 1, make sure it's all there, 2, consolidate, and 3, make sure it's listed. So we're at 372. I'm going to be a little low energy for this video because I'm having a real bad day, not like life stuff. I'm health-wise, I'm not doing so well today, but that's why we're doing Floor Troll time, so I can still be productive and not have to move that much. So we ended up at 372 in our last video. This is the next box. So this one is now empty. Hooray. So let's see if we have a 372 somewhere in here. We do. This is a Nike top. I do like selling activewear basics. They do sell for me. They don't sell for a whole lot, but I don't pay a whole lot for them. And a lot of them I get for free from Melissa anyway. So this is a nice little color block piece. I'm surprised I still have it, but that's okay. 73. 73. All right. So this is, speaking of Melissa, a larger size vintage capri. I think it's a capri. But it's 373, and again, that was free to me, so I listed it, and it'll find a new home. But that's a more recent listing, so I'm not really worried about it. And of course, you know, we're going out of pants season. My legs are free as they are now, which is always nice. I hate wearing pants. Eddie Bauer piece. I pick up activewear brands as well at the bins or at Diversity, or I get them for free from Melissa, which is, again, awesome. Thank you. That stuff just is basics, and they sell for me. They just are slow movers. And I know that some people might be like, well, that's why you're not getting as many sales is because you're not focusing on sell-through rate. You are absolutely correct. But free is awesome because it's 100% profit and it's the same amount of work, and I don't have to go source. And as we've talked about before, I'm currently not sourcing right now until I get this death pile done and until I get this inventory sorted out. So I might not source very much at all this year, except for the once a quarter thing I go and hang out with Melissa and Addison. All right, so I'm missing 375. So this is a pair of 515 jeans. I sold these and then they got returned for fit, which happens. No big deal, but now it needs a new home because I had to repackage it because, of course, they didn't return it in the original packaging. I don't ever expect people to do that, but it's always nice when they do. 151, 375. So that's an easy one to do. 376. This is a vintage Land's End piece. I picked this up in an estate sale. I got a bunch of vintage Land's End polos. They have slowly sold. I paid $1 for this in an estate sale, so that can stay there. It will sell eventually. 377. Also from an estate sale, I picked up a bunch of vintage Y2K and like teens concert t-shirts. This is Luke Bryan. This is going to be 377. Most of those concert tees have sold. It's just I still have like a handful of them, not even that many. This is Lazy Bones, which is a Torrid top. It's a nice little raglan. Or is it Torrid? No, it's ModCloth. I'm sorry. It looks similar, but this is a ModCloth piece. This is probably one of the few ModCloth pieces I have in my store still, and I don't know why it hasn't sold, but I'm going to keep it because it will sell eventually. 379. This is a vintage piece from that big vintage buyout I did, so I have like less than a quarter into this. This top looks weird. I tried this on. It's only listed on my Etsy store. I'm going to only keep it on my Etsy store. Actually, I don't think it's even listed on my Etsy store anymore. This is something that I'm going to have to figure out if I want to keep them there. The reason why is because, honestly, this looks like one of the raptors, like from Jurassic Park when you put it on. It has like this weird collar, and it just looks like one of those weird raptors from Jurassic Park when you put it on. I feel like Prince or David Bowie could probably get away with wearing something like this, but I know for a fact that this is not listed on eBay, so I definitely need to, I'm just gonna say raptor top, and I'm gonna know exactly what it is. I need to pull this listing from Etsy using Bendu and list it everywhere else. So I need to do that, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it. 380, this is a brand new with tags loft pair of pants. Those probably could fit me now, except I think they're too short. All right, 381. This is a Star Wars Her Universe piece. This is a beautiful cardigan. I'm so surprised it has not sold yet. I mean, it's not going to sell probably until winter time again, but I'm going to hold on to it until then. And then we got 382, and then, which is a postmark top. No, it's not. 382, this is a skirt. It's gorgeous. Again, no idea why it hasn't sold yet. And then we have 383, which is a pair of transaction jeans. These are vintage from the 80s. These are a gift from Melissa, so these are gonna go in here as well. And my mommy's at the door. We're gonna go to lunch, and then I'm gonna come back and do some more of this. And that's like this box. So we're gonna come back after I go to lunch with my mom, and we'll actually do a second box because this went really fast because there wasn't a whole lot missing. I'm back. I have had lunch with my mommy, which was lovely. So mommy, if you're watching this, thank you very much for lunch. I ended up adding one more, so 384 to that other box. So that box is done. I did update 375, and then for the Raptor shirt, it is now relisted on Etsy. I just haven't done the Vendu thing yet, so I can list it everywhere else, but I will now do that now that I've fixed it so it's relisted on Etsy. There was something weird that happened on Etsy. I don't know if this happened with anybody else, but they said that they weren't charging me for my listings renewing. So instead of just, you know, charging me for my listings renewing, they just canceled all of my listings, which seems very sus. So I just haven't gotten around to like renewing them, just because of the fact that I still am a little mad about that. It's like, okay, so you made an error, so now you completely turned off my store basically by taking all my listings down, and I have to pay to renew them all because you guys messed up? Cool. And it's such a set it and forget it platform anyway. Like, I'm not worried about it, especially not until like Q4, which is when I normally get most of my sales. Like Q4 and Q1 are the two quarters that I get most of my sales on Etsy for, so not really a priority. But we're now on 385. So I am about a third of the way through all of the inventory numbers now, which I think is really awesome. I mean, I still have a long way to go, but I'm starting to see some serious effort, or not some serious effort, I'm starting to see some serious improvement. So this is 385. This is a Roxy shirt. This is so cute. I have no idea why it hasn't sold, but I'm gonna keep hoping it does. 385, 386. This is exclusively Misook. This is a 90s piece. It is a like midi length knit dress. Also don't know why that hasn't sold. I mean, I don't even have it marked up really high. I'm not quite sure why, even though like that's considered mid-tier designer, but I don't know. It's a 90s dress. I don't know why it hasn't sold. This is I'd Rather Be a Mermaid. This was free to me, so I'm just gonna keep it in there because why not? 388. This is a Lou and Gray top that fit me weird. It's really short, and I'm not necessarily a fan of showing my midriff, even though I have abs now. It's a thing I used to be super comfortable with, but like I'm not as much anymore. I don't know. But 388, it's their vintage Abercrombie and Fitch piece. This is 389. It's a long sleeve men's shirt. 390. I need 390. Do I have a 390 in here? I do. So this is another Lou and Gray piece. Again, this is another piece that like is kind of cropped with a dolman sleeve. So both of the Lou and Gray pieces are like cropped with dolman sleeves. So it's like oversized but short. And I know that that's a look, but it's not a look for me. I want it to be oversized or short. I don't want it to be both. So 390. Again, normally it's stuff like that I pick up for myself. Both of those tops were in my size, and like I said, I do like Lou and Gray for myself, but I don't try stuff on at the thrift store, and I believe when I picked those up, you couldn't try stuff on the thrift store. Has anybody else's thrift stores like never reopened their fitting rooms after COVID? Because I feel like ours hasn't. So there's that. 391. Okay, so 391 is the first one that doesn't have a thing. So we can do 391 here. And this is another return. I had 2 pants returns back to back. This is a capri for Lauren Ralph Lauren. Again, I don't normally pick up capris, but this was free to me, so I just went ahead and listed it. So that's Lauren Ralph Lauren $3.91, and I don't know where my notebook is. It's probably, I'm gonna remember. Here, we're gonna write it on my hand, because I won't remember. Here, we'll write it on the back of this. $3.91 LRL. There we go. $3.92. This is Haven Well Within. This is a new with tags, like basic. Don't know why it hasn't sold. Actually, I'm gonna double check to make sure that Haven piece is actually listed. Oh, this is not listed. Well, there we go. This is not listed. No wonder it hasn't sold. It's not listed. I'm so glad I looked. I was like, you know what? I haven't like done the 30-day thing on that one in a while. I don't think that one's listed. So this one's not listed. So again, this is awesome that I'm doing this. I mean, it's not awesome that that's not listed, but it's awesome that I'm doing this. This is $3.93. So this is a skirt. $3.94. This is a linen top vintage 90s piece from Evan Picone. I'm so sad that this doesn't fit me, because I would keep this because it's green and it's linen and it's a cute little knit top, but it doesn't fit me in my shoulders, especially not with these muscles. So $3.95. This is a Joie piece. Let me double check the Joie to make sure that that is also listed, because I don't remember renewing that recently either. No, not joke, Joie. It's quit auto-correcting me. Okay, that is listed, so amazing. $3.96. This is Denim & Supply by Ralph Lauren. The men's sells better than the women's, even though this is super cute. This is a long sleeve, hooded, like waffle knit thermal shirt. Very cute. I don't know why that hasn't sold. $3.97. This is Forrester's. This is a vintage golf brand. Again, I'm not sure why that hasn't sold. I mean, we're in golf season. That should sell. We have a Cabela's piece. This is wool knit. Cabela's is a hunting outdoor brand. This is like a polo in brown, a long sleeve knit polo in brown. There we go, and it's made out of wool. I only picked it up because it was an outdoor brand. It was cheap and it was made out of wool, so I thought it would sell, but it's still with me, so obviously not. All right, and there is no $3.99, so that's when I need to do 2. Will this fit if I also do that? Yes, this will fit. So this will be $3.99. And this is a recent listing. This is just a Champion reverse weave hoodie that I got at the bins. It's women's, it's a size small, and I only picked it up because it was the bins. It does have some like graphic feeling, but, and I know Champions is kind of dead, but it was the bins and it was like $1, so we'll see. We'll see if reverse weave still can carry it. So out of everything, I have one thing that needs to be corrected. So $3.50, $3.91 for the LRL. And then I need to list this because that is not listed. So again, this is great. There's not been a box where I haven't needed to do something. So this is absolutely something that needed to happen. So I'm gonna go list, I'm gonna take this out of the package, I'm gonna steam it, I'm gonna photograph it, I'm gonna put it on the mannequin. And then that's 2 boxes. So we did a little bit more today. I am feeling a little bit better after I ate. I also laid down after I ate, and I think like my body sorted itself out a little bit more. I also took some food ahead, which super helped. It's just allergy season for me, and it's like ugh, all up in my face. It's just the sinus pressure is insane. But you guys don't need to know that. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is encouraging y'all to also go through your own inventory. I know some of you have been like, the thought of that makes me want to cry. The thought of still doing this now, even though it's May, is also making me want to cry. But as you can tell, I need to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye.